Einash.
Yes.
Well, where should I start?
Where do we start this?
Because there's so much. Well.
Okay, so wait, hold on, we can start off. What do you think is fair use? What?
Basically, basically, fair use is if you when you use so copyrighted content, but make it completely original.
So
Change
you
something in that copyrighted content and stuff, and it actually doesn't hurt the company and stuff like that. And you use not too much, use only as much to make a point.
Okay, so if you transform the copyrighted material or get a license from the copyright holder, then that's fair use, or yeah.
Yeah, you can actually also buy it. Yes, you can also even buy it, and or you can actually wait 70 years after the owner's death, and then you can use copyrighted content without any problems.
Yeah, so I think it's like after 100 years, you can it becomes copyright material becomes public domain. 100 years after it's published, but and I mean, yeah, you can buy a license, but I feel like the problem with Suzy is that she doesn't understand the difference between buying a license and buying a subscription to watch anime.
That's why I think she will pay the license at some point, and that's why she is actually raising money for that. Actually, she's so much chips is already made that she might need more money for it. Possibly, that's like our different membership is.
Right, so she is monetizing her channel to be able to pay for that license.
I think, yeah, possibly.
But why did she get striked by TV Tokyo?
I think that's some bot actually did strike. She actually mentioned in one of her videos that's I think over a year ago that it was some sort of bot who did strike her, and that was during her a live stream happened.
But if you look back at the videos or back at her videos that were striked, it said that this video was taken down by TV Tokyo. So either it could be TV Tokyo who actually strike them, or it could be an impersonator. But that could end up in a lot of legal trouble if it impersonates as TV Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be one or the another, yes.
But that wouldn't be possible because the amount of let's say that Kiwi Tokyo, they have a lot of power. They can contact YouTube and take the video down if they want. But a impersonator of Kiwi Tokyo couldn't have done that because it's pretty much impossible to do it as one person. So Suzy must have done something to take the channel down, which monetizing videos that she doesn't pay subscription for, or many of her fans don't doesn't neither normalize or legalize what she's doing, and whatever YouTube did by putting the channel back up doesn't help a lot of it doesn't help that much with the legal trouble YouTube.
No, exactly.
Suzy are already a part of.
Because the thing is that YouTube is protected by something called Safe Harbor or OCELA, meaning that they don't have control over if something is copyright infringing on their website or not. Therefore, they're not held liable, and it's not their fault if something copyright is uploaded to their website. So therefore, they're also not allowed to intervene in any copyright disputes or determine what is fair use and what is not. So when they end up reinstating a channel that was taken out due to copyright without there being a lawsuit or a legal agreement between the two parties that is having the dispute, it's illegal for them to do. Because if they're not the ones who is held liable, so why should they intervene? Only a judge in court can determine what is fair use and what is not.
And YouTube themselves don't really have the right to put back her channel up because that goes against the law at multiple occasions, and they're intervening with legal issues, which
they're basically saying by being protected by safe harbor, they're basically saying we don't know what is protected by or what is copyright infringing and what is not on our website. But then, so therefore we don't have any control over. Since we don't have control over it, we shouldn't be able to decide what is fair use or what is not fair use. But then they just did decide if Suzy's videos goes under fair use or not by reinstating her channel without there being a legal agreement between TV Tokyo and Suzy or a lawsuit. Because Suzy herself said that all she had to do was call up her partner manager that she has for some reason, and then her channel was reinstated instantly. And sorry.
Then possibly it was some of her partner channel or whatever who did something that actually made Suzy's channel completely disappear. Possibly, she had to call her back.
But the thing is that if it wasn't TV Tokyo who took down her channel, why did she block users from Japan to access her channel for a small period? And I also believe the host of that website, ignores any DMCA takedowns. DMCA takedowns being basically copyright strikes just on other websites. So if it was just some bot, why would she do that? If she is almost proving that she is aware of what she's doing is wrong, why would she just, instead of trying to better her content and actually make it more or make it satisfy fair use, why would you instead just try to use other tactics to prevent her from ending up in legal trouble while still making the same content that got him in trouble in the first place?
Well, I think, as far as I searched about the anime reaction videos, that they by itself are actually very gray area, and making them actually fair use is actually incredibly difficult.
But why is it difficult with especially anime?
Because you have to use a lot of to make a point. You need to use a large portion of the anime to make a point.
But why can't she explain what happened and play the clip without audio or something, or try to transform it by showing small clips instead of reacting to it? Why couldn't she just make a review type instead?
Then it will not be anime reaction video. It will be a reaction video to some clips.
But what she's
But
doing
why
right
would
now,
why would she react if that's so difficult to make it satisfy fair use? Why would she do that if she can easily end up in legal trouble? Why wouldn't she try to change her content but still make it anime related?
Well, it's hard to explain, but I searched. It's a very, very gray area, and you have to all the time. There are some ways how you can make it legal, even by using large portions. Mostly
She can buy a license.
yeah.
yes, or buy license, or maybe even rent it or whatever.
Yeah, but that's the issue. She doesn't have a license. She has actually admitted that herself. Let me find a tweet. I believe there's a tweet where she said, "I don't have any license with Crunchyroll," and basically the only reason she thinks that she can react to anime is because Crunchyroll advertises on the website, but that's because of Google ads, which basically works the same as YouTube ads.
No, Google and YouTube is actually the same company now, so it's the same.
No, it's more that YouTube is owned by Google. So it's not exactly the same, but
No,
it's...
Google owns YouTube actually.
Yeah,
Google bought YouTube a long
YouTube
ago
is
already.
YouTube is owned by Google. That's what I said.
Yes, that's what I'm saying too. Google owns YouTube, so that's the same.
But
Google and YouTube stands same thing.
Enosh, I have a question for you, okay?
Yeah.
So, when we had a discussion in the comments, I brought up the fact that YouTube is treating Suzy differently than to many other channels in a big legal loophole, you could say it to this point. But you commented that everyone is treated equally by YouTube. Do you know?
Because you got a strike, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you know anything about that theme or that part? Of
Have you seen many videos of Suzy, or have you just taken Suzy's word that it's just banter or slander or whatever?
Suzy is not even my favorite YouTuber, you know. I am just I'm just saying my opinions is all, and people are getting angry at my opinions, and me getting angry at those people who actually laugh about my opinions. It's just because they laugh about my opinions and they don't like it. And to answer Suzy's question, I think that her anime reaction videos are after all fair use, because she's from fans' point of view. Like I wrote in the description, she's showing the anime from the fans' point of view, and she's also, and this point of view, I think, actually is not covered by anyone, or yeah, I think.
But the thing is that if she wanted to show her point of view, then it would make more sense if she made a review style instead of just reacting to it. And also there's another YouTuber who has studied law who reacted to her animes or anime reactions and determined that it's not fair use because most of her reactions are just saying either one word or repeating what happened. And I've seen that myself when I watch her reactions.
She's just showing her, like she said in a lot of her videos, she's simply sharing her enjoyment, her experience of the anime stuff.
But she isn't doing any of the reaction in the video. She's just mostly sitting by the screen on another part of the screen of your screen, and the anime plays in the background, and it is a legal loophole.
She's just sitting still and then maybe saying a few words. She isn't showing any emotions. She isn't laughing that much. She isn't getting surprised. She's just saying oh, damn, and wow,
making a scared face.
Or just repeating what just happened in the scene. And I also feel like if her reactions were fair use, why would she take down the opacity of the anime that she's reacting to? Why couldn't she just show it in full opacity?
In full, with all of the openings and endings, you mean?
No, in full opacity. I mean, the anime she's reacting to is kind of transparent. You can kind of see through it. If that makes sense, let me find a screenshot of her reacting to something, so I can show you what I mean. You can see down in the right corner, you can see what she's reacting to, and you see the anime she's reacting to. It kind of blends in with the background. Wait, hold on, let me. If I do it like this, if you look at this image right here, you can see how the anime blends in with her floor. You can still, behind the kind of anime, you can see her floor, you can see her carpet, you can see a part of her door. Why isn't she taking it full opacity?
Oh, about that, she's already, I think, doing it with those first 12 episodes which she remade, which are a lot shorter. I think those Naruto episodes she's doing now, up to 12, and she those shorter reaction videos, which are like 10 or 14 minutes, which she started to do like 1 month ago. There are those full capacity anime you can watch on her anime reaction video. You can watch it, yeah.
But I haven't found any reactions with where the anime isn't transparent. All of them is blends in with the background in some way, shape, or form.
Those are those Naruto Shippuden episodes which you are referring to. Those old ones. Those first to 12. I can actually even send you a link to those episodes, and you'll see by yourself that they're actually much better now. And she by herself in one of those episodes said when she before started the reaction videos that she had trouble uploading even those episodes to YouTube because of Japanese server.
Wait, what? But this is
I don't know what she meant by Japanese server. Maybe YouTube's version or whatever. I don't know, but...
So, wait, so what she said is that... Did she mean like it was flagged as the anime she's reacting to was flagged as an episode of the anime she's reacting to? Do you mean like that?
Yeah,
or?
she was trying to upload one of those anime reaction videos and was kind of said that it took for her like many days to upload that episode. I think that before she did that second episode, which is actually I think 13 minutes long. That reaction video.
Doesn't that kind of like prove that it isn't that fair use? Because YouTube, I mean, they have the content ID. It's not perfect, and they cannot fully determine what's fair use or not. But they won't flag your video as someone else's video if the clip that you're using lasts more than 10 seconds, I believe. And it shouldn't be, if she's just showing her reaction, she should just be able to show the highlights of the episode she's reacting to. And then she could show like maybe a 10-minute clip and then show her reaction to that, or a 10-second clip, my bad. Show her reaction to that and then cut back to another 10-second clip or something like that. Doesn't it show how much anime she's showing at once before actually making a reaction?
Well, she's cutting as much as she can, you know.
I mean, she's doing, I would say, a fair bit more than she actually can, and she's, using the legal, well, it's not actually a legal loophole, but she's using the YouTube loophole, which the staff lets her use by, uploading back her channel. They don't take her videos down, and they don't get her in legal trouble, as they should.
Yeah, they're defending her no matter what she's doing.
But you can meet... I myself could have, made a video, have a small have a 10 seconds of a music I didn't own, and YouTube would happily just take down my channel or the video, no problem. But the same doesn't go for Suzy Liu, She can upload a 10-minute anime video with, her face in the left corner, and the video will be perfectly fine and up on YouTube for months and years to last, unless another big corporation like the corporations that make those animes, unless they don't shove their nose into those things and get YouTube in legal trouble where they have to take down her channel, as they can't lose money since it's a business.
Yeah.
And another thing that makes me a little bit more suspicious is how, so back in maybe around May or June, a lot of people were reporting her videos to Viz Media, which is another anime, I guess, publisher. And they said that they would contact their legal team. But why did she then make a cameo where you can pay her $1,000 for, where she can just say whatever you want? Why did she, after people got a response saying from Viz Media telling them that they're going to look more into it and they're going to contact their legal team, why did she then make it possible for you to pay her $1,000 just say a few words? Why couldn't she decrease the price? Why did she do it exactly after Miss Mira was contacted about her videos?
I don't know why she isn't increasing the price, but maybe she will increase price at some point.
But she took it down.
What she took down?
The cameo.
Ah.
It was up for a little while, and then she just took it down immediately. And why did she also clickbait suicide and then flex about how many views she got?
Before changing
before changing the title.
And, you know, everything in the video.
She had a video named Goodbye where she's crying in the thumbnail, and then she is just...
Oh yeah, I know that video. I know about what you're talking about. Yes, I think it's because she was, I think, so done with those people already criticizing her that she, I think, wanted already back then to quit YouTube. You know.
But that doesn't, you know.
She had thought.
That doesn't, you know, save her or normalize what she did, because, you know, it's pretty bad.
No, it doesn't excuse what she did. I mean, most people would interpret a video where it says goodbye in caps lock and her crying as a sad video where she is not reacting to something but rather talking about something serious, or is quitting YouTube or quitting something. But then she changes the title to Goodbye Sensei and then flexes about saying, quote, not bad for a dead YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's because she wanted to fool those other YouTubers who actually all the time harassed her and attacked her and said that she should be cancelled or whatever. She wanted to end this.
But it still doesn't, you know, excuse what she did, because what she did is horrible, and
she tried to defend herself as well.
And people aren't, you know, going out of the way to, you know, harass her, because they don't really harass her. But whenever someone just talks about what she did wrong, mostly her fan base and herself just either ignore that or just go full mental on the people who did that, you know.
There is a rumor that her Discord server, she uses that to make her fans mass flag videos that she doesn't like.
Yeah.
You can even see her flag history right here. Wait, hold on, let me copy it. Oh, that's a fuck. If it does. You can see this is her flag history from Augie. I can find the video as well.
And saying, saying that she did it because she's done with the haters and, you know, the people that criticize her, it doesn't, you know, help or excuse what she did, because, you know, you're not supposed to do that. She could have made another video addressing what she did and what she has done and excusing for it and, you know, changing her channel up. But instead she chose to go the easy route and the, you know, bad route to fake suicide and then clickbaiting the fuck out of the video, changing the title, changing everything, and then flexing about it, you know. I would have said that's really bad, and it doesn't really help with the quote-unquote harassment she's getting, or the criticism.
Yeah, she's just like giving more attention to the videos when she is striking them down.
Of course not. She had no other option.
She can ignore it. She can ignore it. She can respond to it.
She
and be like,
ignoring it. That's the point. She tried ignoring it. It didn't work.
No, she didn't try to. But if
she tried ignoring it, but she tried ignoring it, but those people still continued.
But listen, if she really tried to ignore it, then why did she flag GG Reloaded videos for like 2 years ago or something? This was just when she did in her first controversy. This wasn't back in spring when everyone's making videos on her. It was maybe like GG Reloaded and 4 more people making videos on how she striked Mark After Dark. And already then she began flagging down videos.
Because she had no other option. She had to tried ignoring it, like I said. But it didn't work.
But she had so many different options.
But she can make a direct response to the video instead of taking it down.
She could have made a direct response to those videos, addressing what she did, what she has done in the past, and changing up. But instead of that, she goes the same path, doing the same shit that gets her the hate and criticism, and then faking suicide to change people's view of what she did. You know, change the drama, and then just fucking edit the fuck out of the video. You know.
The thing is that, like, if she couldn't take it anymore, but I just find it weird how she tried to. Why did she strike it? Because then first of all she's giving more attention to it. She's giving the creators that she struck more content and more reason to criticize her further for striking their videos as well. And by striking the video, it feels like she knows that she's guilty and she knows that she's doing something wrong, but doesn't want other people to see it. So why couldn't she just directly respond to it instead of making addressing the hate where she just generally responds to all type of creators instead of responding to one specific video?
But that's the point. She is doing that. She already done questions and answers about this, addressing all this.
But she hasn't.
Still doing hate on her.
She hasn't directly responded to a specific video. She has just responded to generally the drama, which gives her a lot more freedom to change the narrative and manipulate her fans into believing something else. By not directly responding to one type of criticism, she can change what she's actually being criticized for and victimize herself. By changing the narrative.
Herself.
She did. She said when Johnson's video was taken down and Tipster's video was taken down, in her response she said, "I had no clue." But while she said she had no clue, but she was still tweeting shit like, let me find one of the tweets. She was tweeting like, "I hate people who is hating on my appearance, but it won't do a thing." She tweeted that right after the videos were taken down. And then later in her response video she says that she had no idea, ignoring those tweets. Yeah, you can see here. There's a tweet made very close to the same time that Tipster's videos were taken down and Johnson's video was taken down. She says like, "It's funny how people bully others for months, then play the victim when the karma comes back around. Sending your 5-year-old fans to dislike and hate my appearance won't change a thing." And here she even says that it doesn't change a thing. Why would she strike it if she doesn't care?
No, because she cares about all that.
But why does she say that it won't change a thing to criticize her? Because we know that she always calls criticism for hate. Why is it she's saying here that it doesn't change a thing, but then plays the victim in her actual response video saying that it does actually affect her? Why would she go that route to play cocky and say it doesn't change a thing, if it actually does?
Well, she's a woman after all, and...
What does that have to do with the discussion?
Well, because we each are different.
But just because she's a woman doesn't mean that she has the right to be a victim in a case where she is guilty.
No, I actually also don't like some of her actions, but I wouldn't go so far as to criticize all of her actions. And that's the problem.
But the thing is that if you don't criticize her, it goes unnoticed, and she knows, and then she won't be told that it is wrong what she's doing, and she'll continue without knowing that what she is doing is wrong. If no one criticizes her, criticism is meant to.
Criticizing once is normal, but saying once that you did something wrong, I can accept, but doing that multiple times, it's pretty much annoying.
But also, striking a video and saying, "My bad, I shouldn't have done that," and then go on a striking spree a half a year later is also wrong. And also, same as clickbaiting Suicide, getting her channel illegally reinstated by YouTube.
Using content illegally and doing illegal actions.
Yeah.
And playing the woman card doesn't resolve any of those problems. And to a certain degree, it makes everything worse because it shows that she can't handle what she did and she can't respond to it, so she has to excuse.
She doesn't learn. Yeah, she doesn't learn anything from the mistakes she is doing. She just continues more and more and does the same shit, which gives people more and more things to criticize her for.
Well, that's typical what hater would say.
Oh,
but we're not hating. We're just. I'm
We're
going to
criticizing. If that's if that's your only response, it shows that you don't really know.
And now what hate is. Now I'm 26-year-old
I'm not saying that.
adult who was studied psychology, so I know
We're not
to the two
telling
differences.
you.
But that's not an excuse
We're
to
not-
say that you are right just because you are 26 years old and study psychology.
And I know what's hate, and now it's. I sometimes say that I know what's hate speech and what's.
But you know,
criticism.
But
we don't-
would you call this is wrong? She shouldn't be doing this. Would you call that hate speech?
That not, but
Exactly.
continually like saying you are doing that wrong, you're doing that wrong. I would call this whining.
But
More or
if
less.
she's
But
doing
I would also
something
call-
wrong, then if people are commenting that she's doing something wrong multiple times, it clearly shows she's doing something wrong. And
I would also call comparing people criticizing her to actual racism for whining about her being a victim in her own case. That's also whining, talking about the drama half a year later after it all died down and nobody cares about it anymore. That's also whining about it.
Well, this drama didn't even end.
It
Actually,
did. It died down because of H3's video on Keemstar. And then she brought it up half a year later in October, November-ish.
I don't know how did she do that, but she was only doing that to questions and answer video. Only. I think back then and making those anime reactions like usual. I don't think that she did any. Maybe the anime reactions were bad, but other than that, nothing. She did nothing of the sort, so that she should be criticized for.
She did. The people had proof. That's the thing, though. Her reaction.
Yes,
her-
but he put criticizing her for such unimportant things like Twitter said that fat shaming, which I think more or less was a joke, like you by yourself mentioned was possibly joke.
So you're saying that
So-
So you're saying that we shouldn't criticize her for breaking the law, making YouTube breaking her law, and also making YouTube actively promoting her in YouTube Rewind, her fat shaming someone while complaining about people making fun of her forehead, comparing people criticizing her to actual racism, clickbaiting suicide, having beef with with an anime voice actor, re-uploading uncut anime reactions, the entire anime episode on Patreon behind a paywall, and not even paying any of the anime creators any cut of what she's earning from doing all of that. You wouldn't say
You
that's...
should say it once, but not thousands of times.
So if she continues to do it, it shows that she is a pattern of behavior. She's continuing to do it. That's why we're criticizing it multiple times. It's a pattern of behavior. She does something stupid, then stays quiet about it, then plays the victim, and then the drama dies down, and then she does something stupid again, stays quiet about it, plays the victim, it dies down, and then now recently in November, she did something stupid and played the victim. Also, when she's playing the victim, she's also making contradicting points and hypocritical points in her response videos.
We are not perfect, you know? You can't expect anyone to be perfect.
But that's not an excuse for breaking the law. Just saying humans aren't perfect doesn't excuse you from breaking the law. If I steal something from your house, then I wouldn't be innocent if I just say, oh, but humans make mistakes. If I in court, that wouldn't make me innocent. I would still get punished for it because it's breaking the law.
People make mistakes and even...
But
What?
why did you leave?
I thought you left.
No, I didn't leave. We've been here all the time.
Oh.
Alright,
Yeah,
but
No
yeah.
accident.
But would it make me innocent if I get caught stealing something from her house? Would it make me innocent in court if I just said, humans make mistakes. Humans make mistakes all the time. Is that an excuse? Would that make me innocent, or would I be punished for it?
Of course you'll be punished, but even the worst people can actually change if you let them.
Yeah, but the thing is that Suzy hasn't changed.
And she
That's
doesn't
the
want
problem.
to change. And
She has done the same thing over and over and over again. It's a pattern of behavior.
Let her change. For some people, changing takes slower time. For some,
That's
it's
exactly
quicker.
why we criticize her, so she knows what she's doing wrong and can change from knowing what she's doing wrong. How can she
But,
change?
but the way how you criticize her is very annoying to her.
but don't
but-
criticize her in a bad way.
It's her fault. It's her fault for doing so. By just continuing doing the same thing. We have to criticize her and make a list showing that she has done it way
Yes,
more than
but
just one thing.
Yes, but you are very rude. But doing that,
How am I rude? How am I rude?
insulting her, I can actually say.
How did I
can
insult her?
actually, calling her like very bad names, saying that she should be
What bad
cancelled or
name?
whatever.
What names did I call her?
Not you, but other like teacher or whatever. Or
What did he call her?
The same low life Taylor gang mostly insults Suzy, you know. He wants to insult the Suzy bitch.
But we didn't do that in the beginning.
A lot of bad words, just because they had different opinion.
You know, let me
But
just explain
that
one
still
thing.
doesn't excuse what she has done.
Let me just explain one thing. If we're talking about my video was purely a joke, and calling someone a bitch, or telling her that she has a big forehead, and even the photo is edited, which proves that it was furthermore a joke. It doesn't excuse any type of criticism, because I can clearly say myself, my video was not criticism. It was jokes. It was something to make her mad. But that doesn't excuse people who are actually criticizing her, like my newest video, where I actually use valid arguments. And as I know, many others use valid arguments and criticism to try to make her change, but she just ignores that. And that's two different things than joking about her appearance, which I have done. And I'm not saying I've never done that, because I know I have done that, and I have the video still up, and I'm not shaming myself for it, and I'm not hiding it. But telling people that like the video I made, and many other people have also made, are the same videos and the same type of people that criticize her channel, it doesn't excuse anything. It doesn't prove anything, and it makes the whole drama look much worse than it actually is. Well, it's pretty bad already, but it makes it look pretty bad, with all the other things added,
But you criticize us or commentator channels for calling her bad names, but you also call everyone criticizing her for an idiot, and she also calls all the criticism for hate. I'm not sure if she used the word slander, but I'm pretty sure she said it's just allegations, and that she's not guilty of any of these things. She has no self-awareness at all of what she's doing, which is why we criticize her in the first place. But why does she play the victim if she knows she is in the wrong?
She could have excused the fan base and the people. She could have made a short video, take a pause from YouTube to reset the things she has done.
She could have actually changed her content. She could have apologized to the people that were involved, to the people that she struck down. Should have maybe explained everything and be more transparent. But all she did is that she victimized herself and said that John's video was just calling her or saying that her forehead is big, when that's, I think he said maybe 2 times in a 30-minute long video. The rest is just criticism, talking about fair use, talking about her videos, how she approaches this drama, etc. She is changing the narrative in her response videos, which is what she's doing wrong. She isn't at least publicly showing that she's aware of what she's doing, or aware of what she's doing wrong. She is probably aware privately, but she doesn't at least portray that publicly.
Well, like she said in that video, she also had her own fair share of troubles, Do you think for her that the last year was actually easy?
Like, yeah, she has been in a lot of her drama, but that's her own fault. It's because of her own wrongdoings. And she makes even more drama when she begins talking about it and bringing up the drama a year later, calling it harassment. That shows that she feels like the people criticizing her are too harsh and doesn't actually criticize her, but rather is just calling her names, and is doing so with malicious intent and not with the intent of her actually improving.
Well, not people actually like being criticized, like I said.
But she's a public figure. Every public figure gets criticized, and they should be able to tolerate it.
But if I, for example, did something that you don't like, for example, insulted you, would you like it?
No, but I would
it's
take
different to insult.
That's the same with criticism.
No.
No.
Insulting
It
is
is.
with insulting is with a malicious intent. Criticism is with the intent of the person you're criticizing to improve. Your intent is to show them
always.
this. Yes, it is. That's why you call it criticism. We show this is what you did wrong. You shouldn't do that. That's what we're saying in the video. Sometimes we even say this is what you could have done.
What you are explaining. It's one of the 20 other types of criticisms, as far as I'm concerned. It's what's called. I can't remember. It is actually like that. Well, I can't remember. It's not destructive. It's constructive criticism. Actually, what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what most of
criticism.
I agree that some videos are memeing on it and just saying she has a big forehead, kind of like Traxa did, with the intent of just joking about it. I agree that can be seen as hate, but the videos that are actually criticizing her, like John Swan's video and Tipster's videos, labeling all of that as harassment and hate, is wrong, and shows that she will not improve, and that she only looks at the criticism she's getting.
But the way how they are actually doing this, they're actually forcing her. That's the problem.
Forcing her
Forcing
to do
her
what?
to improve.
Opinion.
Yeah, but
What
forcing...
else?
Yeah,
What?
exactly. Look.
For,
They're not forcing any opinions on her. They're telling her to change, but she's forcing her opinion and what she says onto her fan base and attacking other channels by taking down their videos, flagging their videos. They don't.
by just
It all started with John Swan actually making those annoying videos on Suzy Lou. Actually, he started attacking Suzy Lou.
yeah he made
good videos.
He actually made 3 videos. One of them was measuring her forehead, which he agrees is harassment. But then the other video, where he was just talking about the strike that he received, and about Suzy Lou in general and her content and how she approaches criticism, is not hate at all, but still got taken down for bullying and harassment. And
That's
the appeal was
because-
rejected.
Well, that's because there was something which YouTube didn't like.
Like what?
I think there was some insults in that video.
There were 3 insults. He called Stejo a cuck 2 times. And then he just said in the intro, but behind that forehead, to talk about inside her head.
Well, I think because of the word cunt, that video was actually taken down because it's rude word. The word cunt.
But
Actually.
3 bad words.
But YouTube has said that.
nothing.
Yeah, in a 30-minute long video, YouTube has said themselves in their policies that if the intent of the video is to make fun of that person or is to harass, then it should be taken down. But if the intent is just to criticize, then it should be stays up. It shouldn't be taken down because it's just criticism. They allow maybe a few jokes, but if John's intent with the video was to criticize her, not to harass her, and yet it was taken down.
there was something which...
There were 3 words. 3 words. One of them is just a facial characteristic. It's not even offensive.
One was kunt, one was facial characteristic, like big forehead. Maybe Suzy didn't
No.
like that.
He didn't say big forehead, he just said behind that forehead to talk about how it's inside her brain. And that's when he called her a hypocrite, which is more a thing to criticize her and saying that, you know, she criticizes other people for doing something and then does the same thing herself. That's being a hypocrite. He just said behind that forehead in the intro and then called Theodore a cook 2 times in a 30-minute long video where the intent was clearly to criticize them. The video wasn't, wait, hold on, let me find it. Yeah, content uploaded with the intent to shame, deceive, or insult a minor. For instance, that goes under harassment and cyberbullying, but his video's intent wasn't to harass Suzy Lou, it was to criticize her.
I think the only reason was why he was taken down was because he was already on YouTube's radar before, and that previous video already almost made him lose everything.
No, that's Tipster. John's video, John was never under YouTube's radar. Only Tipster was, and I think even Tipster proved her wrong in his own video. And that's the thing, though. Suzy doesn't show any specific proof of her statement. She just makes blank statements without any proof, and her fans believe it, no matter what. That is the problem. She changes the narrative to victimize herself.
Why should she need to do that?
Because she knows she is wrong. She knows she is wrong, and therefore has to prove to her fans that she's the victim, even though she isn't. She's trying to manipulate her fans into believing that she is the victim, that everyone who is against her is harassing her, and not just giving criticism. She is doing that to save her own channel, even though she knows that she's in the wrong.
Well, who doesn't want to actually stay in their own channel, but I don't think Suzy is that bad.
No, she just broke the law, clickbaited suicide, had beef with the anime. She also, I forgot to mention, she also said that people who work at McDonald's should actually go and get an actual decent job instead of whining about their salary. She has also, again, broken the law, get YouTube to break the law for her to save her channel and her career. She has uploaded content that isn't even her own, and that she doesn't own the rights to behind a paywall on Patreon before that was taken down.
She ignores all types of criticism on Twitter.
Yeah, she continues to do the same thing over and over and over again. She doesn't change at all.
And I would say all those things are much worse than saying 3 bad words about her, and the third one not being even,
it definitely is.
Saying behind that, let's get behind that forehead. It is
because
insulting.
But what else should he say when he is being inside her head? What kind of metaphor could he have said to say behind or inside her head? She is hypocritical. She makes contradicting statements, etc. Behind that face doesn't really work, but behind that forehead works because right behind your forehead, surprisingly enough, is your brain.
Behind your skull is brain.
What?
Huh? After that skin, there's a skull, and then inside the skull is brain.
But that will still be behind the forehead as well.
Yes, it isn't.
It isn't directly behind, but it's still behind, if you don't count the skull.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So you still agree or disagree or what?
Well, I don't know. Suzy has done some bad things, so we all did some bad things and made some mistakes and stuff. And judging of the people just because they make mistakes.
But just saying that it's just mistakes and every human does that doesn't excuse her mistakes. She's still in the wrong. you couldn't use that excuse. She is practically breaking the law. She couldn't use that excuse in court, could she? She couldn't say, "Oh, humans make mistakes, so just
That
let
would
me out."
sound silly. That would sound silly if she said that. And I think she should be that stupid.
That's exactly what you're saying. Just because it's humans makes mistakes excuses everything that she has done. That's what you're saying by saying, "Oh well, but it's just mistakes." Everyone does that.
Well, I'm saying that Suzy did do those things, so which I also wouldn't agree that they're actually good. I would say that they're actually bad or terrible, but
you're still justifying it by saying it's mistakes and every human does that.
she simply is young YouTuber. For that thing, she doesn't even know how to make those.
She is aware of that. She knows about her apparent law or what's it called, lawyer boyfriend said himself that he has studied law and studies especially copyright and what was it, like property law or something, intellectual property law. He knows about copyright. He should be the one telling her, "You're doing something wrong. You should stop with this." So you cannot make the excuse that she had no idea what she's doing is wrong, when she clearly knows that. Because if she didn't know, then why would she make the host of her website be someone who ignores the MCA takedowns? Instead of, actually changing her content.
It would be good if she changed it, but she likes those animes way too much.
But that doesn't excuse what she is doing. Just because she likes the anime doesn't make it fair use, and doesn't make her use of the anime fair. That's the problem.
And the problem is that it actually doesn't hurt the company at all what she's doing.
It does.
It does to a big degree.
That's why they striked her in the first place.
Yes, showing someone's content which is paid for, it has a copyright on it.
If they already have if it's a paid you already said yourself that she is monetizing her channel to be able to pay for that subscription to be able to watch the anime in the first place. That shows that she is giving out paid subscriptions for free on YouTube.
And that's illegal, and it hurts the company to a very big degree, because if those people who watch her videos would go and buy the subscription, the company would earn money, right? But if she uploads those videos with minimal reactions, pretty much just uploading the videos with her face in the corner, it's breaking the law. She's using their content and just uploading it on the platform and just justifying it by saying, "Oh, it's my review of it," while she's not doing anything which, gets in the path of reviewing the video.
Essentially, your logic is that let's say if you make a revolutionary MacBook, and then I buy that MacBook, and I just paint it a little bit differently, and then I give it all out for free, and then also earn sponsorships with someone else or something. Would that be fair to you? You're not earning anything from that, by the way. You're only earning the one time that I bought your product to resell it. Would that be fair to you?
I don't know. If more people bought that from me, then I would earn more.
But
they don't buy it.
Because they can't.
They don't. Yeah, exactly. They don't buy it because they can already just watch Suzy's videos.
But don't you think that people are already buying for the internet connection already? That also costs money. In fact, there's also money goes.
But when
nothing is actually free.
No,
so
exactly.
Nothing's free.
Exactly, she's earning money from someone else's hard work, and not paying them.
She doesn't earn any money from
She monetizes the video.
She has
earns a
she
lot
has
of
her
money.
own website with VIPs where basically you can pay her monthly. She has the Cameo where you could pay her $1,000 for her to say whatever you want, and she also has Google AdSense where she can earn money from ads on her videos.
She earns more than enough money to
Make a living off it.
yeah.
She could probably afford a license, but she just doesn't. Look at that! I already got an ad on my Suzy video. It took me 3 seconds.
Give me 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what happens when I watch that ad? She gets money.
How does she get money if you pay the internet service provider that money?
Okay, so your excuse, she is not earning money because she is paying the internet service provider.
Oh, she's losing money then.
Yeah, but that's normal life. You earn money and use
That's
the
what
money
everyone has to do. Everyone who is independent and has a full-time job has to do that.
Basically, you're earning money, you get that salary, you're using the salary to live off, and the rest of the money you can do whatever the fuck you want with it.
Exactly.
But
That's the
but
point of
money-
having a job, is to be able to pay for services like food, like internet, clean water, etc.
And she has more than enough money to could live off the money, and she has more than money to buy her luxuries, purses, whatever she fucking wants. But excusing that she's using copyrighted infringement and videos by saying oh, she has to make a living for it, it doesn't excuse anything. It just proves that either you don't know what you're talking about or you're completely lost in what you're talking about.
Just because she has to pay for something doesn't mean that her reactions are fair use and legal. If I re-upload a movie, if I make a channel where I re-upload a movie and then just makes like a shitty sound effect every 30 seconds, then my excuse can be, oh, but I have to pay my internet service provider if I get caught and get in a lawsuit. I couldn't just sit in court and be like, oh yeah, I have to pay the internet service provider, so therefore I need the money that I'm earning from this video, so therefore you cannot take it down. It's not an excuse just because you have to pay your internet service provider. That doesn't excuse that you're breaking the law.
The problem is she isn't.
She is.
That's exactly why people are criticizing her. She is breaking the law every single day. And that's why her channel was taken down in the first place.
And YouTube helps her evade what she's doing.
Yeah.
Illegally.
And promotes her.
YouTube isn't interested in that.
They are. They clearly are.
Why is she in YouTube Rewind? Why is she in YouTube Rewind then?
And why did her channel get uploaded back in the first place? With
Yeah,
all the
why did her
videos?
channel get reinstated after she got striked by TV Tokyo? If YouTube isn't interested in that.
That was, like I said, possibly some sort of bot.
But
Or maybe
why does
some-
she? But why is the
you
host
said
on her
some-
web?
What?
But if it was an impersonator, then that impersonator could get into serious legal trouble, because TV Tokyo is probably well aware of the fact, and I think even TV Tokyo tried to file a DMCA takedown on her website as well, which is why which is why the host of her website is someone who ignores DMCA takedowns. She knows she's in the wrong, but still tries to escape every possible copyright or a DMCA takedown she can.
But how her anime direction videos are not very, they are completely original, they are not...
But how?
They are not...
How?
How? What makes them original? Why would
I
you
already
watch?
explained, they are transformative.
How are they transformative? She
The
only
point of view is not covered much, from which she's showing it.
she's showing the highlights with little to no reactions, and essentially just showing everything that's important to watch in that episode. There would be no
That is
point.
her style of reaction.
That's not a style of reaction.
That's not a style.
That's doing nothing. It's legit sitting in front of you.
You have no need. You have no need to watch the actual anime she's reacting to after you've watched her reaction video. For instance, if I watch her Naruto Shippuden episode 462 reaction, I have no need to then watch the actual original episode because I already know everything that's going on. I already know all the highlights. And that's damaging TV Tokyo and Viz Media.
Of course not. It's widening it.
No, it's not. It clearly
Because
isn't.
I'll
Why?
explain why.
Okay.
Why should people, if they watch her anime reaction videos, if they won't like anime, like I said, that they will
But
not watch
But then
No,
they can
it's
get
her
a
reaction
trial.
videos in
They
the
can get a
first place.
trial. They can get
it's not because they don't like anime. It's because they have no need to, because they've already seen everything that they need to see in that episode. They can watch anime, or they can watch Suzy's reactions to avoid having to pay to watch anime. What we're saying is that Suzy's giving out the anime for free for people to watch, instead of actually having to pay for it.
Which is illegal.
Because she doesn't have a license, and she doesn't give any cut to TV Tokyo, Viz Media, or Crunchyroll. And even Crunchyroll is
Netflix is also doing the same.
how is Netflix doing the same?
Netflix buy
They're
this.
also subscription service, you know.
Yeah, but they buy.
They have license, which is why some of the movies that are on Netflix expires, and why, for example, some movies where I live doesn't exist in Netflix in other countries, because there are different licenses depending on what country you are in, and depending on where Netflix has been accessed. They own licenses, which is why some shows expire. And they give a cut of the money they earn from the monthly subscriptions to pay the people, to pay the producers of the movies that they display on their website. That's why it's a paid service. That's why websites like Popcorn Time and 123 Movies, and where you can watch movies for free, are illegal.
Or no such things. I'm watching anime currently on watchcartoon or whatever.com, and there's nothing yet.
What? There's
This
nothing.
anime was taken down, but the other one where I'm watching is not yet taken down.
But they might be doing the same as Suzy's doing, and hiring a host who ignores the MCA takedowns. That's why Suzy's website is still up. It was taken down at one point, but it's still up because she changed the host.
I didn't even notice it was actually at one point taken down.
I can show it. Hold on.
Yeah, she. I only like said that I noticed. She said for the cogs in front of sake.
Here we go. Suzy the website taken down. If you watch the video, you can see that he's having trouble. I even checked this myself, I think, and it was taken down. I could access it because there was something wrong with the host, and he actually later in that video shows that. I think it's this. I'm not sure if it's this video. Yeah, he shows the copyright. Look at this. Here we already have the DMCA takedown she received on her website as well. Here's the DMCA takedown, which is the reason her website was taken down in the first place. And then later, I believe, I don't remember if it's this video or if it's another video, where he shows that the host of her website ignores the DMCA takedowns, which is why her website is still up now. Oh yeah, it's at the beginning here. If you watch the video, you can see that the host of the website ignores the DMCA takedowns, which is why her website isn't down anymore, which is why it got reinstated, because she changed the host to someone who ignores it. You can also see at the DMCA takedown, you can see the description. It lists all of the episode reactions. It lists all of her reactions, which is the reason it was taken down. Sender TV Tokyo Corporation. Send notice type DMCA.
Me take down. Alrighty then.
Is that all? Just all right?
Zero.
So that's the proof of her website being taken down because she is breaking the law.
I have on my Google Chrome, I'm actually don't find anything that would say that she was evil. There's one video on YouTube of Suzy is knowingly evading DMC takedowns on YouTube, but that's actually on last year's 30th of April, actually, only.
Wait, what?
Last year's 30th of April video. And then there is same about the copyright thing in the 13th of May last year. Then same on BitChute to 1st of May 2020.
Wait,
There
what?
are some
Do you mean
about those DMC takedowns which Suzy got.
Yeah, exactly. That's our argument. It proves that she's breaking the law.
There are some, but I don't know if she really does.
I mean, if she...
It's just some people's opinions is all.
What?
Let's watch that video.
What video? John Swan's video or
Tipsters.
Tipsters? Wait, which of them?
Okay, has on BitChute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where is she? Shoot. My internet is kind of slow if I talk with someone and then try to watch something on YouTube or whatever. I tried watching YouTube. That same video, I think. This time it's 11 minutes.
Wait, what? Suzy's videos on BitChute has to be taken down, or do you mean... Well, what do you mean? I'm kind of confused.
That's that video, yes. Which, yeah.
She received DMCA takedowns from BitChute, but... Wait, isn't that what BitChute is for? To prevent DMCA takedowns? That's like the...
I think so, wait.
Yeah, that's the point of BitChute, is to... They don't care about DMCA takedowns, which is why people re-upload their videos there.
Yeah. It's that.
Yeah, exactly.
But, Enosh, I have some questions from my side, okay? Enosh. Yeah.
Enosh, are you there?
Enosh, are you here with us?
Hello?
Give him some time, he's watching the video, I think.
Oh, okay.
Enosh.
What? What?
Can you answer some questions from my perspective? Well, some questions from my side. Is that fine?
What fine?
Is it fine if I ask some questions from my
Yes,
side?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
Ask.
on my latest video talking about the Suzy fan base, I got a few comments. Well, with a few I mean 5 different content creators of this on this platform, which are of the smaller size, reaching out to me, talking about you. I think you may know the names. Taylor Gang. We also have Taylor Gang, and we have, let me just search it up real quick. It was kind of hard to pronounce.
Okay.
It was
Bakutak show, right?
Bakutak. It was Bakutak. It was aka. If I look down here,
9K.
I know there's 3 different content creators. Taylor Gang, Bakutak, and
Taylor Gang, as far as I know, is a gamer creator, but they call him commentary commentary channel because he makes a lot of commentaries about the Suzy's actions. That's why I call him that.
Yeah, he's a content creator commentary channel, you know. But there was a lot of drama I got to hear from them since they reached out to me, talking about you and what you have done. And when you and Mikkle were arguing, I've heard that you get offended if people don't respect your opinion and are mean to you, you know, about your opinion. But on multiple occasions, not only with you know, me, but Taylor Gang and such, you have gone out of your way to talk about their personal lives and problems, which, you know, you shouldn't be making fun of. But here you are, you know, talking about that you don't like when people don't respect your opinion. And why is that?
Yeah. Talking to someone. What the?